Yeah, I mean the race from the very start, we had a great race. We qualified up front. We started up front. We ran up front for much of the day. We had some a speeding penalty, which got us kind of set behind, but we were able to recover from that and get back towards the front and put ourselves in position there late in the going. A few crashes kind of happened throughout the day, so that's sort of to be expected. There was a big one on the first lap of the race, just kind of guys getting checked up and not really being ready for it. But being there at the end and coming down to the last few laps, you're always trying to figure out and strategize the big chess game that you're under on what moves you got to make in order to get yourself in the right spot for the end in order to call checkmate. So, just thought I did everything that I could do correct and in the right way. I had a good help from behind there on that final restart from Bubba Wallace and got some good pushes from him, got a big run down the backstretch. The two in front of me were side by side, but they weren't quite close enough that, there was a gap there that I felt like I could shoot the gap. And going into turn three, I put it right in there. And then, we were kind of stuck side by side. So these cars, are so draggy and they're so held up by the wind that, us three out front were just locked together and side by side. So I told myself too before the last restart, I'm like, look, if I go into turn three side by side with somebody, I need to be behind, not ahead, and use the side draft and the action of being able to get further up as we get off of turn four towards the start finish line. And of course, I was behind the 12, but I wasn't behind the 99, and the 99 used my strategy against me and was able to beat us all to the line. So thankfully, it was another Team Chevy race car that won the race, but I much rather would it have been me. I've been doing it for so long that it's not really too nerve-wracking, but you always kind of come down towards the end of those races, and I'm always in the mindset of like, okay, where are we going to crash? You know what I mean? Like we're going to crash, but thankfully, we just kind of touched each other a little bit. It wasn't too big of a deal. We didn't crash. Nobody turned across somebody else's nose and wanted to create chaos. And we were able to finish it out and stay straight and square. And really, I came out of that whole day with not a mark on the car. So we had a good car with our Cheddar's Camaro, and again, we ran up front. Man, I would have loved to have won that thing in order to bring home, the free chicken tender platter on Monday from Cheddar's. Everybody was really pulling for that. I'm sure more so than pulling for me to win the race. But all in all, we had a great day.
Right. Of course, another thing that a lot of people are talking about is your wife's Instagram comment after the race. Did you have a little talk with her about, hey, maybe don't put that out there?
No, it's fine. I mean, it's all in good humor. She's a good play along with play with words, right? So she goes along with some of that stuff. So I think I left the door wide open for those sorts of comments with how I scripted my text underneath my post, So she played that well.
I watched every episode of the Netflix Full Speed series very quickly, binged the whole thing. Just want to get your thoughts on it as being, featured in it. And if you think it's a good thing for the sport or if it annoys you.
No, I mean, I definitely feel like it's good for the sport. Anything that draws attention to the driver power, the star power that we have, and allowing us to be able to showcase our personalities, what we do away from the racetrack versus what we do on the racetrack. It's not every day we're in the ring. You know what I mean? Like there's days where we're chill and we're at home and doing different things. So, as much as I race, my son races twice as much. So we're off always doing stuff with him and racing with him, which is fun. To get to show that a little bit is always great. I wasn't a part of the show enough during the season. There wasn't a lot of me. I did not watch it. I haven't seen it. And I did hear there were some characters that got on there quite a bit more often there later in the season. But, hopefully I can change that this year by being a part of the playoffs a little bit deeper into the run.